Hey everyone, Larry here from SurvivalScope. Today, we're diving into the world of Amish survival foods. Now you might be thinking, Larry, the Amish? Those horse and buggy folks? And you'd be right, but don't let their old school ways fool you. See, the Amish have been practicing self-sufficiency and food preservation for centuries. They've got a knack for making food last, and that's something we can all learn from, especially in a grid-down situation. We're talking about ditching those processed, chemical-laden meals ready to eat, MREs, and embracing the power of natural preservation. Now, I know what you're thinking, Larry. I ain't got time for all that canning and pickling. And you know what? I hear you. But here's the beauty of it. You don't have to be Amish to stock up on these survival foods. Many Amish communities sell their surplus at local farmers markets or roadside stands. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to embark on a culinary journey that'll have you ditching those freeze-dried disasters and embracing the delicious world of Amish survival foods. First up on our hit parade of Amish survival eats canned vegetables. Now, I'm not talking about those mushy, bland things you find in the supermarket aisle. Amish canned veggies are in a league of their own. We're talking vibrant green beans, juicy tomatoes, and even pickled beets that'll make your taste buds sing. The Amish have this canning thing down to a science. They use fresh, locally grown produce and pack those jars tight, ensuring every last nutrient is locked in. And the best part? These canned goodies can last for years in your pantry, just waiting for you to crack them open when the going gets tough. Now, I know what you're thinking. Canning sounds like a lot of work, and you're not wrong. But trust me, the payoff is worth it. Plus, there's something incredibly satisfying about knowing you've got a stash of homemade goodness ready to go when disaster strikes. It's like having a little piece of food security right at your fingertips. All right, folks, now that we've got our veggie fix, let's move on to something a little sweeter, canned fruits. Now, I'm not talking about those syrupy concoctions you find in the supermarket. Amish canned fruits are like biting into a piece of summer sunshine, even in the dead of winter. Think about it. Juicy peaches, plump berries, and applesauce so good, it'll make you want to slap your mama. Okay, maybe not your mama, but you get the idea. The Amish use minimal sugar in their canning, letting the natural sweetness of the fruit shine through. And the best part is, these canned fruits are like little nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that can help boost your immune system and keep you feeling your best, even when the world's gone topsy-turvy. Plus, they're a heck of a lot better for you than those sugary snacks you're probably hoarding in your pantry right now. All right, preppers, let's talk rice. You know, that stuff you grab from the grocery store aisle next to the ramen noodles when you're feeling broke and uninspired? Well, the Amish are way ahead of us on this one. They've got rice game on lock. See, the Amish understand that rice is a survivalist's best friend. It's cheap, it stores for ages, and you can make it a million different ways. But here's the kicker. They don't just stop at your plain old long grain. Oh no, they're out there stockpiling wild rice, black rice, red rice. You name it, they've got it tucked away in their pantries. And let me tell you, these exotic varieties aren't just for show. They're packed with extra nutrients and flavor that'll make your post-apocalyptic meals feel downright gourmet. So, take a page from the Amish playbook and diversify your rice stash. Trust me, when the grid goes down, you'll be thanking me for it. All right, folks, let's talk about something sweet. No, not that candy bar you've got stashed in your bug-out bag. I'm talking about the liquid gold, the nectar of the gods' maple syrup. Now, I know what you're thinking. Larry, maple syrup? That's a luxury, not a survival essential. Well, hold your horses, buckaroo, because the Amish are about to school us on the finer points of wilderness sustenance. See, the Amish, they get it. They understand that in a grid-down scenario, morale is just as important as calories. And nothing boosts morale like a little touch of sweetness in your life. But maple syrup isn't just about satisfying your sweet tooth. It's also a concentrated source of energy, packed with vitamins and minerals. That means a little drizzle on your oatmeal can go a long way in a survival situation. A quick break, but don't go anywhere. Hey folks, SurvivalScope is a dedicated growing channel. If you are enjoying this so far, please support us by subscribing for more upcoming survival content. Let's face it, When most folks think about prepping, they think about stockpiling MREs, canned goods, and enough ammo to make Rambo blush. But what about flavor? What about those little touches that make life worth living? Even when the world's gone to heck in a handbasket, enter stage left, the humble herb, often overlooked, underestimated, and relegated to the dusty corners of our spice racks. But not by the Amish, my friends. Oh no, they know the power of a well-stocked herb garden. See, the Amish understand that herbs aren't just for making your food taste good. They're packed with medicinal properties, can be used to make teas and tinctures, and can even help preserve food. Talk about multi-purpose prepping. So, while you're busy stockpiling beans and bullets, don't forget about the herbs. They might just be the secret weapon in your survival arsenal. All right, preppers, let's talk pickled eggs. Now, I know some of you are probably making a face right now. Pickled anything doesn't exactly scream gourmet apocalypse. But trust me on this one. These little nuggets are packed with protein and can last for months, long after the power grid goes dark and your smartphone becomes a paperweight. Plus, think about it. When the zombie horde is banging down your barricaded door, you're not going to be too picky about your protein sources. You'll be happy to have anything that isn't trying to eat you first. Now, I'm not talking about those neon pink monstrosities you find at the gas station counter. We're talking about proper homemade pickled eggs. The kind that would make your grandma proud. The kind that are bursting with flavor and won't make you question your life choices. And the best part? They're surprisingly easy to make. A little vinegar, some spices, and boom! You've got yourself a protein-packed snack that'll last you through the apocalypse and beyond. All right, folks, let's talk jerky. And no, I'm not talking about that overpriced, overprocessed stuff you find at the gas station. I'm talking about real-deal homemade jerky. The kind that'll make your mouth water and your neighbors jealous. The Amish, they understand the importance of good jerky. They've been making it for centuries, using traditional methods that have been passed down through generations. And let me tell you, their jerky is the real deal. It's lean, it's mean, and it's packed with protein. Perfect for a quick snack on the go, or for when you need to fuel up for a long day of, surviving the collapse of civilization as we know it. And the best part is, making your own jerky is easier than you might think. With a little bit of know-how and a few simple ingredients, you can be well on your way to jerky nirvana. All right, preppers, let's talk fermented foods. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fermented? That sounds kinda funky. And you know what? You're not wrong. But trust me on this one. Fermented foods are a nutritional powerhouse, and they can be a lifesaver in a survival situation. The Amish, they've been fermenting foods for centuries. It's a traditional preservation method that not only extends the shelf life of food, but also adds a ton of beneficial probiotics to your diet. And let's be honest, when the grid goes down and the grocery stores are empty, you're gonna want all the probiotics you can get. Trust me, a healthy gut is your best defense against whatever the apocalypse throws your way. So, what exactly are fermented foods? Well, they're basically vegetables that have been preserved in a salty brine, allowing beneficial bacteria to work their magic. This process creates lactic acid, which not only preserves the vegetables, but also gives them that characteristic tangy flavor. Now, I know what you city slickers are thinking. Dried corn? That's pig feed, right? Well, hold your horses, because this ain't your mama's cornbread. This, my friends, is survival gold. See, the Amish, they've been stockpiling this stuff since before stockpiling was cool. They know a thing or two about making food last. And dried corn, it's a champ in that department. It's like the Energizer bunny of the pantry. Lightweight, compact, you can stash this stuff anywhere. Under the floorboards, in the back of the closet, heck, you could probably smuggle some in your city slicker man purse. And the best part? It lasts practically forever. So next time you're at the Amish market, skip the whoopie pies just this once and grab yourself a sack of dried corn. Your future self will thank you for it. All right, folks, let's talk about something sweet. No, not those store-bought gummy bears that'll rot your teeth out. I'm talking about nature's candy fruit leather. It's like a fruit roll-up, but without all the artificial junk and guilt. The Amish, they're masters of preservation. They know how to take the bounty of the harvest and make it last all year round. And fruit leather? Well, it's one of their secret weapons. They take all those delicious fruits, apples, berries, peaches, you name it, and they slow cook them down into these chewy, concentrated sheets of pure, fruity goodness. Now, you might think, Larry, that sounds like a lot of work. And you'd be right. But trust me, the payoff is worth it. Fruit leather is like sunshine in a bite. It's sweet, it's tangy, and it's packed with vitamins and nutrients. So next time you're feeling peckish, skip the processed snacks and reach for some homemade fruit leather. It's the perfect way to satisfy your sweet tooth and fuel your body with good stuff. Imagine biting into a piece of fruit leather and tasting the essence of summer, no matter the season. The process might seem daunting, but it's actually quite simple. You start with fresh, ripe fruits. Blend them into a smooth puree. Spread it thinly on trays and let it dry slowly. You can use a dehydrator or even your oven at a low temperature. Once it's dried, peel it off, cut it into strips, and there you have it, homemade fruit leather. It's a fun activity to do with kids, and they love eating the results. Pack it in lunchboxes, take it on hikes, or just keep it handy for a quick snack. It's versatile, delicious, and a great way to enjoy the natural sweetness of fruit. Experiment with different fruit combinations to find your favorite flavors. Store it in airtight containers, and it will last for months. So, next time you're craving something sweet, remember nature's candy, fruit leather. It's a treat that's as good for your body as it is for your taste buds. All right, meat lovers, this one's for you. We're talking about smoked meats. And no, I'm not talking about that liquid smoke-flavored stuff you get at the supermarket. I'm talking about the real deal, the kind of smoked meats that'll make your mouth water and your neighbors jealous. The Amish, they've been smoking meats for centuries. It's a tradition that's been passed down through generations, and for good reason. Smoking meats is more than just a way to add flavor. It's an art form, it's a science, and most importantly, it's a darn good way to preserve food. See, back in the day, before refrigerators and freezers, folks had to get creative to keep their food from spoiling. And smoking, well, it was one of the best ways to do it. The smoke creates an environment that's inhospitable to bacteria, which means your meat will last longer. All right, preppers, let's talk bone broth. I know what you're thinking. Bone broth, that's grandma's flu remedy, not zombie apocalypse chow. But hold your horses, because this ain't your grandma's broth, unless your grandma was stockpiling for the end of days. We're talking about the Amish version here, slow simmered for days, extracting every last nutrient from those bones like they're squeezing the hope out of a Monday morning. This stuff is packed with collagen, amino acids, minerals, you name it, it's probably in there. Think of it as liquid gold for survival. It's crazy versatile. Sip it straight for a nutrient boost, use it as a base for soups and stews, or even rehydrate dried meals for a flavor explosion that'll make you forget you're eating rations. Plus, it stores like a dream when canned properly. And trust me, when the grid goes down and your instant ramen supply runs dry, you'll be thanking your lucky stars you listened to old Larry and stocked up on this liquid gold. Because in a survival situation, a warm mug of bone broth isn't just dinner, it's a morale booster. A reminder that even in the darkest times, there's still flavor in the world. Now let's dive a bit deeper into why bone broth is such a powerhouse. The slow simmering process breaks down the bones and connective tissues, releasing compounds like glucosamine and chondroitin, which are great for joint health. And don't forget about the gelatin, which can help heal your gut lining and improve digestion. It's like having a mini doctor in your pantry. You can even freeze it in ice cube trays for easy portioning. Just pop a few cubes into your cooking for an instant nutrient boost. Imagine sautéing your veggies in bone broth instead of oil. Not only does it add flavor, but it also infuses your meal with extra nutrients. And let's be real, in a survival scenario, every bit of nutrition counts. Bone broth can be the difference between feeling sluggish and staying sharp. Plus, it's a great way to bring people together. Sharing a warm, nourishing meal can boost morale and foster a sense of community, which is crucial when times are tough. So, next time you're prepping, don't overlook the humble bone broth. It's more than just a food. It's a survival tool, a health booster, and a little bit of comfort in a jar. Trust me, when the chips are down, you'll be glad you have this liquid gold in your arsenal. All right, folks, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart, milk. But not just any milk, we're diving into the world of dehydrated milk, a prepper staple that'll make you ditch those bulky cartons for good. Now, I know what you're thinking. Larry, dehydrated milk? That stuff tastes like powdered chalk. And you know what? You're not wrong. The store-bought stuff can be pretty rough. But we're not talking about that mass-produced nonsense. We're talking about the good stuff, the kind the Amish swear by. See, the Amish, they've been dehydrating their own milk for generations, using methods passed down through their families. Since before electricity was a thing, they know how to dry that milk without sacrificing flavor or nutritional value. It's like magic, but with less glitter and more practicality. And let me tell you, having a stash of dehydrated milk on hand is a game changer in a survival situation. Now, I know what you're thinking. Vinegar? That's more like a condiment, Larry, not a survival food. But hold your horses, folks. The Amish, they're wise to the ways of vinegar, and they don't just use it to make those delicious pickled eggs we talked about. Nope, they use it for preserving all sorts of goodies. See, vinegar, it's like nature's own preservative. It creates this acidic environment that bacteria just hates. So you can use it to pickle vegetables, fruits, even some meats. And those pickled goodies? They'll last you a good long while, which is mighty handy when the grocery stores are fresh out of apocalypse snacks. Now, I'm not saying you need to go full-on vinegar enthusiast and start pickling everything in sight. But having a few jars of homemade pickled veggies on hand, that's a smart move, my friends. It's a tasty way to add some variety to your survival diet. And it might just save your taste buds from utter boredom when all you've got left are those bland, freeze-dried meals. And let's not forget about the health benefits. Some folks, they swear by apple cider vinegar for all sorts of ailments. Me, I just like the taste. But hey, if it can cure what ails you while you're weathering the apocalypse, all the better, right? Now let's dive a bit deeper into the versatility of vinegar. Did you know you can use it for cleaning? That's right, vinegar is a natural disinfectant. It can make your windows sparkle and your countertops shine. You can even use it to clean your fruits and veggies, removing any pesky pesticides, and don't get me started on laundry. A splash of vinegar can make your clothes softer and fresher. Got a sore throat? Gargle with a mix of vinegar and water. Sunburn? Dab some vinegar on it to soothe the pain. Even dandruff doesn't stand a chance against vinegar. So you see, vinegar isn't just for pickles anymore. It's a multi-purpose marvel. Next time you're at the store, grab an extra bottle or two. You never know when it might come in handy. Whether it's for preserving food, cleaning, or even a quick health remedy, vinegar's got your back. So, embrace the power of vinegar and let it be your secret weapon in the kitchen and beyond. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. And who knows, you might just become a vinegar enthusiast after all. Now, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart, self-sufficiency. And nobody does self-sufficiency quite like the Amish. They've been living off the land for centuries, and they've got this whole survival thing down to a science. One of their secrets? Sprouting seeds. I know, it sounds a little too Little House on the Prairie for some of you city slickers. But trust me on this one, folks. Sprouting seeds is like having a mini farm right in your own pantry. It's fresh, it's nutritious, and it's a heck of a lot easier than you might think. All you need is a jar, some water, and of course, some seeds. Beans, lentils, alfalfa, even your basic garden variety sunflower seeds, they can all be sprouted. Just give them a good rinse, soak them overnight, and then drain and rinse them twice a day. In a matter of days, you'll have these little green shoots bursting with life and nutrients. And let me tell you, those sprouts pack a nutritional punch. Well, folks, there you have it. 15 unique Amish survival foods that you need to stockpile. From canned goods to sprouting seeds, these time-tested staples will not only keep your belly full, but also provide the essential nutrients you need to thrive in any situation. Remember, prepping isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about being prepared for whatever life throws your way, whether it's a natural disaster, an economic downturn, or even just a power outage. And who better to learn from than the Amish, who have been living a self-sufficient lifestyle for centuries? So, take a page from their book, stock up on these survival essentials, and rest assured that you'll be ready for anything. Thanks for watching, folks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay prepared, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Larry from SurvivalScope signing off.